Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces October 6, 2024. Venus is currently transiting your sign and connects happily with Saturn in your creativity sector today. This solid transit puts you in excellent shape for taking care of business. Perhaps more importantly, this influence is excellent for sensible confidence and showing your reliable side. Your relationship, role as a parent, or a creative project can ground and stabilize you today, and it feels great. This influence favors loyalty, reliability, and perseverance, and people find you particularly attractive for your wisdom and support. Agreements made now tend to last in the long term. Conservative rather than flashy moves bring rewards today. This is also a good time to apply yourself to creative work. Today is a magnificent day for love. Benevolent Venus sings from within your solar house of identity. She links with Saturn, who has been touring your solar house of romance. Singles may suddenly meet someone mature, have their life together, and also bring a great deal to the table. They may even be able to help support you. Committed couples can share in this exhilarating vibe, too, by sitting down to discuss long-term plans with their partner. Assess where you are and where you'd still like to go as a team. Show off. Usually, you are not the sign who readily demands attention. However, some parts of you may still crave that recognition in your work life when Venus in your sign trines Saturn retrograde in Pisces. You might be slowly but surely coming out of your shell at work. It may come across as dressing more authentically or sharing more about your passions. Being confident in your self-expression is becoming increasingly more accessible the more you do it. Allow yourself to take up space and be proud of who you are. Even during a time of great activity, it serves you well when you can create a space for reflection and introspection on a regular basis. How has your health been affected by your actions lately? What would you like to change about your eating habits and your other health habits such as sleep and exercise? Don't let the chaos of your days distract you from asking yourself the questions that have the greatest impact on your well-being. Letters are in this word which starts with an L and ends with a Y. Give up. The word is liberty, and it is the only word that will be on your ND today. Need independence? Want to find an original path off the beaten track? Do you want to discover yourself on one that corresponds with you? This will be the program for today. Be careful not to forget others on their own path because sooner or later, you will need them to advance along yours. As the sun and moon separate from an eclipsing new moon in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart that has hastened the conclusion of this solar, Venus enters her final 2 weeks in Scorpio. She will depart before the sun returns to new solar, but she still has 14 days to guide your heart through potential opportunities. In the next week, this journey will involve exploring the significant support developing on the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life. At the same time that Venus, the planet of love, moves into her final 2 weeks in Scorpio, she is also drawing closer to a friendly aspect to Saturn in your romantic sector that will peak over the weekend and another to Mars in an adventurous part of your chart that will peak a few days later. Get ready for a mix of nostalgia, romance, passion, and adventure to increase. Our eyes in the sky. Take a moment today to pause, breathe, and allow yourself the space to truly decompress. With the moon's energy intensifying, it's natural to feel a bit overwhelmed by everything bubbling beneath the surface. When emotions run high, we often feel the need to retreat, reflect, and recharge, and that's exactly what today is asking of you. It's okay to step back and give yourself the time to process all the feelings rising within. Think of it as a mental and emotional reset, a chance to regain balance and find clarity in the midst of life's busyness. Now, I want to encourage you to take a deep breath and remember, no one is intentionally trying to push your buttons. It's easy to feel that way when the world feels heavy, but more often than not, it's our own internal stress that magnifies those emotions. Have you ever had one of those days where something small, something that wouldn't normally bother you, suddenly feels like a much bigger deal? That's a sign you're running on empty. When we're stretched thin, every little frustration can feel like it's 10 times bigger. And that's why today, it's so important to prioritize yourself with some much-needed downtime. Now, let's talk about your energy, because today you're feeling more than capable, you're feeling inspired. There's this powerful, almost electric drive bubbling up inside you, urging you to set meaningful things into motion. Whether it's a new project, diving into a passion, or making real progress on a goal that's close to your heart, your motivation is sky high. You're ready to take on the world, and that's such a wonderful feeling. But here's a little reminder: while it's fantastic to ride this wave of enthusiasm, it's also important to be mindful of how much you're asking of others in the process. Have you ever been so caught up in your own excitement that you didn't realize how your energy was affecting those around you? It's something we all experience, especially when we're super passionate about something. Today's cosmic energy is a gentle nudge to find balance between chasing your ambitions and being considerate of the people who are supporting you. Remember, collaboration is key, and when we make others feel included, respected, and valued, they're so much more willing to jump on board with our vision. Think about it: have you ever been more motivated to help someone when they truly made you feel appreciated? That's the energy to tap into today. By fostering an atmosphere of mutual support, you'll not only strengthen your relationships but also make it so much easier to bring your dreams to life. It's about building together, lifting each other up, and working in harmony. And trust me, the more you make people feel seen and heard, the more they'll want to join forces with you. Of course, with all this excitement and communicative energy, it's possible that things might not be moving as quickly as you'd hoped. You might hit a few roadblocks or feel like progress is slower than you expected. But don't let that discourage you. We all have those days when it feels like the universe is pressing pause, and it can be frustrating, but it doesn't mean you're off track. Sometimes, these slowdowns are opportunities in disquisiero moments when we're invited to step back, recalibrate, and refine our approach. Have you ever set your sights on a goal, only to realize partway there that you needed to tweak your course slightly? That's exactly what today's energy is asking of you. It's not about pushing forward recklessly or forcing things to happen. It's about taking a moment to reassess. Where are you headed? Is your current path aligned with your long-term vision? Sometimes, slowing down doesn't mean falling behind. It's a way to ensure that you're moving forward with intention and purpose, not just momentum. After all, true progress comes from steady, thoughtful steps, not rushed leaps. It's the small, deliberate actions that lead to lasting success. So, as you navigate today's cosmic energy, remember to be patient with yourself, trust in the process, and allow space for reflection. You're exactly where you need to be, and every pause, every adjustment, is bringing you closer to your goals.